Hey guys, Charity here today with your sweet baby Toby, and so we are in week 3 and I want to go over some crate training things. So some of the things that we need you to know when he comes home, there are some things that we're going to do to set him up for success to hold potty for 8 hours overnight. He's doing great in his crate right now. He holds potty for 8 hours. But before we put him in the crate in the evening, there's going to be a few things that we want to do to make sure that he's going to be able to hold potty for that longer duration. So the first thing that we want to do is make sure that we don't offer any food or water about 3 hours prior to bedtime. So usually for me, it's about 7 o'clock is when I'm going to go, okay, that's it for the night, and then we're going to give him about 3 hours of duration to make sure he eliminates. Before he goes in the crate for the night, we want to make sure he's emptied both the bowel and the bladder so that we can stick him in this crate with confidence, knowing that he's going to hold potty overnight. So something else you're going to notice about the crate today is we don't have fluffy beds in there and we don't have big towels in there. The reason for that is the first couple of weeks of prep school, we want to make sure that your puppy's going to hold his bladder. And so a lot of times if you stick towels and things like that in the crate, what happens then is they eliminate, the towel absorbs it, and then they continue doing that behavior because there's no consequence to the action. And so usually, if there's nothing in the crate, they stop doing that very quickly because they don't want to have to then, more or less they're going to live with the accident until I can get to them and bathe them and go through all of that. So very quickly we usually see puppies stop pottying in their crates by not having anything in the crates. Okay, so the other thing that we want to be concerned with when it comes to the inside of this crate is the things that we put inside, including towels and pet beds, toys. Your Cassie Bear ball is the best toy on the planet. We love those. Your puppy loves those. But overnight for 8 hours in the crate, if you put that toy in there, you run the risk of him opening that toy up with his sharp little teeth, pulling a plastic squeaker out and ingesting it. So anything that goes in here can potentially be a choking hazard overnight. Or, if he does swallow it, then you possibly would look at then having to go to the vet the next day to have it removed. So we want to be very cautious and careful about the things we put in the crate. And then you also, if you decide you're going to put things in the crate, I usually say keep an eye. If you want to implement something, if you're like, hey, my puppy's old enough, I think we're good, he can get stuff in his crate now, I would say implement those things during nap times. Stick something in there. If you find that when you put a mat in there that he's shredding it up and tearing it to bits, then I would say he's probably not ready for that yet. But if you put him out in there and he lays down and he goes to sleep and he really enjoys that, then you'll know that that's okay. But I'll let you test the waters with that once he gets home, and then you can decide when it's appropriate to put something in the crate. But I do recommend initially when you're implementing things, it's always keep an eye initially. He's a lot like a baby, so we want to make sure that we're making good choices with him. So some other things, you can see he's nice and quiet in the crate. Initially, you may not get a puppy that's like this. He's in my living room, he's doing great. He's also been with me. We're in the 3rd week. So, initially the first few nights, you may not get this. You may not get a puppy who immediately comes home and settles right in their crate. But I at least like you to see he's definitely capable of being quiet. So if he comes home in the first few days, he's really vocal in the crate, or he's biting at the crate door or scratching at the bottom of it. We see all kinds of things with puppy. All of those things are very normal. It's usually those are the things we'll see if a puppy's feeling a little bit stressed. Usually when they first come into our homes, they're not used to the crate. Now he's very much used to the crate. But I'd like you to see, okay, look, he's good in there. He doesn't mind being in there, he's quiet in there. But you may not get this exact same scenario the first few days in your house. So I at least want you to see, he's definitely capable. So I'm going to pull him out now. What we're going to do is we're going to head outside because I know right now it's really hard to see him in this crate because he's a little black puppy. But I'm going to pull him out and we're going to walk outside so you can see him. Anytime he comes out of his crate, we're going to go straight outside so that he can go potty. I'm also going to prompt him to ring the bell on the way out the door. So we don't officially start doing bell training until usually the second half of our program. But if bell training is something you would like to implement, I have taught him a touch command. So what you're going to see is we're going to work a touch command on the way out the door. But I like to at least show you this, so if you'd like to bell train, this is how I would continue doing it once you get home. So the other thing, let me go ahead and get this guy out of here. Hi, buddy. Hi, Toby. Are you ready to go outside? So we're gonna go straight out, go down the steps. And our camera person here is gonna follow us. Come on, buddy. All right, come on. Okay, let's go. Come on, Toby. There's our bell. Potty. Good boy. You'll see, we'll show you the touch command next week. Come on. Good job. Come on, buddy. Let's go. Good boy. All right, come on. Let's go potty. Come on. Here we go. Now you can see him. Isn't he beautiful? Oh, you're so smart. You gonna go potty? Come on. Come on, mister. Look at your beautiful face here. I'm gonna turn around so you can see him. Oh, look at that beautiful face. Oh, look at you. If you guys have any questions about crate training or any of the things I went over today, please let me know and we will see you back here next week.